What's your spirit animal? Come here, Ollie. Come here. I have to show them my spirit animal. Come here. This is my spirit animal. Good girl. Who would you most likely be stuck in an elevator with? Or who would you most like to be stuck in an elevator with? Sam Palladio. Yep. Him and his guitar. If you had to be trapped in a TV show for a month, which TV show would you pick? Nashville. With that. What's the best pickup line you've ever heard? Okay, so this one's funny. So my friend Joey, I can't remember where we were going. I think we were going camping or something. And we're getting gas and I'm sitting on his truck and he's wearing these glasses that are like mirrors. They're like pretty much completely reflecting whatever is looking at him. So I'm like, I can see myself in your sunglasses. And he was like, I can see myself in your pants. And it was so quick. It was so funny. It was the best thing I've ever heard in my life. What's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten or put in your mouth? Well, everyone thinks I'm really weird for this. It's not like I did it on purpose. I never did this on purpose. But I've accidentally eaten deodorant once. And it was really gross. Johnny keeps texting me. Stupid. Would you... Would you eat your own poo for $1 million? Probably. I probably would. If you could ask someone from the past one question, who would it be and what would you ask? Probably my granddad and anything that has to do with science. I'm not sure like exactly what question I would ask him, but it would most likely be something having to do with science. First song you learned to play or sing? The first song I learned to play was I Found a Way by Aubrey Peoples from Nashville. And then the first song I learned to sing was probably some kind of Disney song. Probably like, I think it might have been Part of Your World was the first song I sang. How long have you been vegan? I have been vegan since 2013. Is it true that cannibals don't eat clowns because they taste funny? That's funny. I think that's a rhetorical question though. Alright, what's your biggest musical inspiration? Everything. Nature. Anything that's nature inspires me. I write all my songs driving somewhere where there are hardly any cars. All the songs that I've released so far have been written on the river roads on the way to Sacramento. So yeah, nature inspires me. Driving through nature with hardly any other people around. Life advice for someone who's about to graduate high school. Don't date. Don't date. Go to college and don't be stressed out going to college. Go to college to have fun and meet people. Go to college that's somewhere different, like not your state. Go out of state and have fun and figure out what you love to do. Don't think you have to have it figured out when you're going to college. You have to pick your major. Don't think like that. Figure out what you're going to do while you're in college. Meet new people. Experience things. Experience everything. Go on vacations with your friends. But just don't date. God, don't date. I wish I wouldn't have dated in high school or after high school, really. I wish I would have waited until now to date. 25 years old. What's your favorite color? Black. My favorite color to wear, definitely black. My favorite color. Any shades of blues, blue, purple, things that are like green, like anything that has to have blue in it to be created, I like. If you could go anywhere, where would you go and what would you do there? I would go to Texas and see Johnny. Just kidding. No, but seriously, I would. No, I don't know. I'd go anywhere. I don't know. That's such a hard question. If I could go anywhere, I'd go everywhere. What got you into music? My dad, for sure. He's a drummer and he's a rock star. If you could only listen to one artist or one band, who would it be? No! That's such a hard question. I would have to say myself, because not because I want to listen to my own music all the time, but because if I can't listen to my music, I can't make it, you know? And I want to make music, so I guess myself. That's sad. That's really sad. I don't want to think about that. What's your favorite vegan snack? Oh, what is it? Anything with fruit. I love fruit. What is your greatest fear and how would you overcome it? My greatest fear is being in social settings, parties, anything involving more than 3 people freaks me out. And I'm planning to overcome that by just playing a show for maybe 1 million people. Just kidding. But no, seriously. I want to overcome my anxieties in the social aspect with music. Who would do a better cover of Treading Water, Yoda or Darth Vader? And then you have to impersonate the winner and sing your song. Okay, so I don't have any idea how to do that, but I do think that Darth Vader would sing Treading Water better. What inspired you to be a songwriter? This is my favorite question. Okay, so I met this guy Kyle. I found his song on Pandora and I loved it, so I searched for him and I found his website and listened to a couple more songs, and I messaged him, or I emailed him and told him how he inspired me and how I'm a singer as well, and his music is like pretty much what I'm going for with my music. And I told him that I loved his song I'm Fine and that I connected with it very well, and I was just basically going on and on about how awesome he is. And he ended up inviting me to sing that song with him at his show in Fairfax, and that was probably the greatest moment of my life. I think back on that day so often, and it makes me so happy to think about. It was the first time I ever really got to sing publicly, aside from when I was little. But as an adult, it was the first time I got to sing live and with someone who I admired so much. It was just a great feeling. But when I went home, I was just inspired by everything that he had done for me and his music in general. And I ended up writing my very first song, which was Treading Water. So thank you, Kyle, for being my inspiration and for kickstarting this fire. No, I'm not reading that one. Okay. What's one thing you love about yourself? That's a fun question. My hair. And the reason is because I spent pretty much my whole life hating my natural self. I hated having the gold tones in my hair. I hated being a redhead. I was called a ginger. I was made fun of. I had a bunch of freckles when I was little, and I had red hair and freckles, so everybody made fun of me and said I didn't have a soul and whatever else they could do to make fun of me. And I didn't like it very much, so I felt like I was ugly. I felt like I would never be pretty unless I didn't have red hair. So I tried forever to either be bleached completely blonde or dark brown with whatever ashy tone I could find so it wouldn't be even the slightest bit golden. And it ruined my hair, completely broke it off, and now I have short hair when I used to have very long, beautiful hair. But one day I came across someone who I thought was very beautiful, and she had my color hair, my natural color hair. And somewhere along admiring her, I realized that people with my color hair are actually very pretty. They don't have to have dark hair and dark skin to be pretty, when that's always what I wanted. I wanted dark hair and dark skin because that's what was pretty to everybody. And I wasn't. And I learned that there are very many different types of beautiful, and I'm one of them. And yeah, I guess that's it. So I'll be back in the studio this week. So it's Sunday, so this week. I'll be back in the studio this week. And I got new stuff coming, which is a completed EP called The Calm. I told you guys it would be done either at the end of last year or the beginning of this year, and guess what? It's going to be done the beginning of this year. So that's exciting. I can't wait for you guys to hear that. I will not be releasing the two new songs until the EP itself is completed and released. So you guys have Treading Water, Day Just Like This, and Down and Eastbound, and then the other two will be surprises. So yeah. Hey, thanks. Well, thanks for listening to me ramble about extremely unimportant stuff, because I know I'm so bad.